Kneading, also commonly called kneading, is a cat's habit of pressing alternately on a surface using both front paws as if giving a massage. This habit actually starts when they are still young. Kittens knead their mother's belly while nursing to help stimulate milk flow. Interestingly, this habit often carries over into adulthood. They usually do it when they feel comfortable and safe, for example, on a blanket, pillow, or even their owner's body. Additionally, a cat's paw pads contain scent glands, so when kneading, they also leave behind a scent as a kind of marker that the spot feels familiar and safe to them. Rubbing their body. When a cat rubs its head or body against a person's legs, this behavior is not just about seeking attention. On their face, especially around the cheeks, chin, and forehead, cats have scent glands that release pheromones when they rub against something. We cannot smell this scent, but other cats can detect it. By rubbing their body, cats leave behind a scent that makes the person or objects around them part of their familiar environment. Besides being a scent marker, this behavior is also often a form of greeting and shows that the cat feels comfortable with someone. That's why cats often do this when their owner comes home or when they are looking for attention. Eating grass. Although they are carnivores, many cats actually enjoy nibbling or eating grass. This habit is often thought of as a way for cats to induce vomiting and expel hairballs, clumps of fur swallowed while grooming. However, cats don't always vomit after eating grass. A stronger theory is that grass aids digestion because it contains fiber. Fiber can help food and swallowed fur move through the digestive tract and eventually pass out with waste. There is also a theory that eating grass is a natural behavior inherited from wild cat ancestors, so if a cat occasionally eats grass, it's actually quite normal. What needs attention is that the grass must be free from pesticides or chemicals that could be harmful to cats. Grooming, licking their body. Cats can spend a large portion of their time licking and cleaning their body. This habit is primarily done to clean their fur of dirt, dust, and leftover food. A cat's tongue has hundreds of tiny backward-facing spines. This structure makes their tongue work like a comb, helping to separate fur and lift out dead hairs. This is one reason why a lot of fur gets swallowed when cats groom themselves, which can eventually form hairballs. Licking their body also helps cats regulate their temperature. Since cats have very few sweat glands, the saliva that coats their fur can evaporate and help cool their body. In addition, cats may also lick themselves when stressed or anxious as a way to self-soothe. However, if done excessively to the point where their fur thins or bald patches appear, it could indicate a problem. Urine spraying. If a cat suddenly turns its back to something, raises its tail upright, and sprays a small amount of urine, this is not ordinary urination. This behavior is called urine spraying and is typically used to mark territory or send a message to other cats. Unlike normal urination done while squatting, during spraying, the cat remains standing and only releases a small amount of urine. Despite the small quantity, the scent is far more pungent because it contains various chemical compounds that act as markers. This behavior is more commonly seen in unneutered male cats, especially when other cats are nearby. However, female cats and neutered cats can also do it, particularly when feeling stressed or wanting to mark their territory. Opening mouth after sniffing. Flehmen Response. Cats sometimes open their mouths slightly after sniffing something, then stay still for a few seconds as if startled. This unique behavior is scientifically called the Flehmen Response. The reason they open their mouth is to channel scent molecules to a special organ called the Jacobson's organ or vomeronasal organ, located in the roof of their mouth. This organ functions like a high-level sense of smell, helping cats detect pheromones, a kind of scent message left by other cats or animals. By tasting the scent in the air, they can gather specific information such as identifying who recently passed by, their sex, or whether another cat is ready to mate. Climbing into boxes or tight spaces. Cats love getting into boxes or tight spaces because it gives them a sense of security. When inside, their body is protected on several sides, so they don't need to keep monitoring their surroundings. This habit comes from a cat's natural instinct to seek hidden spots to rest without being easily spotted by predators. Additionally, cardboard boxes are quite good at retaining body heat, making them feel warmer and more comfortable for cats. Slow blinking. If a cat stares at you and then slowly closes and opens its eyes, it usually means they feel calm and comfortable with your presence. For cats, closing their eyes near another creature puts them in a more vulnerable position, since for a moment they cannot see what's around them. So when a cat dares to slow blink in front of you, it shows they feel safe enough to lower their guard. That is why slow blinking is often called cat eye kisses and is considered their version of a smile. Interestingly, you can also slow blink back at a cat. Research shows that cats tend to respond more warmly and are more willing to approach after a human slow blinks at them. Blep, sticking out their tongue. Cats are sometimes seen sitting still with a tiny bit of their tongue sticking out of their mouth. This expression is often called a blep, and usually happens after a cat has been licking itself, eating, or doing another activity that involves the tongue. When a cat is extremely relaxed, the jaw and muscles around the mouth can loosen, causing the tip of the tongue to remain sticking out for a while. Certain facial structures, jaw shapes, and tooth arrangements can also make some cats experience bleps more often than others. If it only happens occasionally, this behavior is usually normal. But if a cat suddenly keeps sticking out its tongue, especially accompanied by drooling, bad breath, or difficulty eating, it could be a sign of a dental or oral problem. Raising their bottom when being petted. When the area from their back to the base of their tail is stroked, some cats will immediately raise their bottom higher. This behavior usually indicates that they are enjoying the touch and want you to keep petting that area. One reason is that the area at the base of the tail has many nerve endings, making it quite sensitive to touch. When stroked, the sensation can feel pleasant to some cats, and they raise their hindquarters to bring that area closer to your hand. However, not all cats enjoy being touched at the base of the tail. Some actually find it overstimulating and will move away or even bite. Burying their waste. After using the litter box, cats typically scratch the sand and cover their waste until it is buried. This habit actually comes from their survival instinct in the wild. Waste leaves a strong scent that can reveal a cat's location. By burying it, the scent becomes harder to detect, making it less easy for predators or other animals to find them. Interestingly, not all types of cats do the same. Large wild cats like lions or tigers may actually leave their waste exposed as a way to mark their territory. Meanwhile, domestic cats, which are much smaller, tend to hide it to reduce traces of their presence. Bringing home prey. Cats that are allowed outside sometimes come home carrying mice, birds, lizards, or other prey. This behavior comes from the hunting instinct that cats retain even when they receive food from their owner every day. Interestingly, cats sometimes bring their prey home while it is still alive. One explanation relates to the behavior of mother cats in the wild. A mother will bring prey to her kittens, first already dead to be eaten, then alive so the kittens can practice hunting on their own. Because of this, there is a theory that cats also bring prey to humans as part of similar behavior. However, this doesn't necessarily mean the cat truly sees us as their offspring. It may also be because the home is seen as a safe place to bring, store, or eat their catch. Knocking things over. Cats are often seen deliberately nudging objects off tables until they fall. One reason comes from their hunting instinct. Cats are used to touching or poking things with their paws to see if the object moves and could be considered prey. But if a cat already knows the object is not prey and still knocks it down, they might be bored or looking for attention, especially if every time something is knocked over, the owner comes running, speaks to them, or chases them. Cats can learn that knocking things over is an effective way to get a reaction. Rolling over and showing their belly. When a cat rolls over and exposes its belly in front of you, it usually shows that they feel safe and trust you. The belly is one of the most vulnerable parts of the body since it houses many vital organs. When a cat does this, it does not necessarily mean they are asking for their belly to be rubbed. Many cats will instinctively grab your hand with their front and back paws and bite when their belly is touched. This happens because cats have a natural drive to protect their most vulnerable body part.
Scratching objects. Cats love scratching sofas, carpets, or furniture. This behavior actually serves several important functions. One is nail care. When scratching, the outer layer of an old nail sheds and reveals a sharper new nail underneath. Scratching is also a way for cats to stretch their muscles, especially after waking up, which is why they often scratch while extending their body. Additionally, a cat's paw pads have scent glands. When scratching a surface, they leave behind scratch marks as well as a scent to mark their territory. So scratching for cats is not just a habit, but also serves to maintain their nails, stretch their body, and mark their territory. Licking, then biting cats. Sometimes lick their owner's hand calmly, but then suddenly bite a few seconds later. One cause is overstimulation, when a touch that initially feels pleasant gradually becomes too much for the cat. Usually before biting, a cat will show warning signs such as a tail that starts moving quickly, ears turning backward, or a body that starts to tense up. If the touching continues, they may use a bite as a way of asking you to stop. However, a bite after licking doesn't always mean the cat is upset. Some cats also give small bites while playing or interacting with their owner. So to understand the intent, we need to look at how hard the bite is and the cat's body language when doing it. Zoomies, suddenly running. Cats sometimes suddenly sprint around the house, jump onto the sofa, then change direction rapidly as if chasing something. This behavior is commonly called zoomies and generally happens when a cat is releasing built-up energy. Cats spend most of their time sleeping and resting. Because of this, after a long period of inactivity, they can have excess energy that is then released all at once through sudden running and playing. Zoomies also often occur at night or near dawn. Cats are not actually nocturnal animals, but rather crepuscular, meaning they are naturally more active at dusk and dawn, times that were also ideal for their ancestors to hunt. Hiding when sick. Cats that are seriously ill sometimes suddenly disappear and hide under the bed, behind a wardrobe, or in a corner of the house that is rarely visited. Many people assume cats deliberately isolate themselves because they know they are about to die. However, the explanation is more related to their survival instinct. In the wild, a weak animal is more easily targeted by predators or attacked by other animals. Therefore, cats have an instinct to seek a hidden spot to rest safely and avoid drawing attention. That is why if a usually active cat suddenly keeps hiding and is hard to coax out, especially if accompanied by a loss of appetite or signs of weakness, this behavior should not be taken lightly, as it could be a sign that they are experiencing a health problem.